Hello, lacrosse friends, and welcome to week 3 of Arena Lacrosse League action. I'm Stephen Stamp, pleased to be bringing this action from Children's Arena, where the Peterborough Timbermen are the home team. That is why we're seeing to the left the Oshawa Outlaws are the visiting team officially. Peterborough, Oshawa, and Whitby all playing their home games here in Children's Arena. And as we span down to the other end of the floor and see the Toronto Rock logo in the middle, new carpet here at Children's Arena. It is in really good shape. It looks great. We're excited to have the Rock turf here at Children's Arena, and we're excited for this battle between the Outlaws and the Peterborough Timbermen. The Outlaws, well, the Timbermen are the only undefeated team in the league. They are 2-0. They beat the Whitby Steelhawks 15-9 in week 1, and then last week a 19-16 win over the Oswegan Bears. The Outlaws are one of 6 teams tied at 1-1. They lost to the Paris Riverwolves 18-16 a couple of weeks ago here, and then a big win for them over the defending finalists, the Brampton Express, 13-12 to get themselves turned back around. Now we have Ryan Haig in the white Oshawa Outlaws gear against Riley Morgan wearing the red of Peterborough. And that is quite a battle for the opening draw. Morgan pops it out, and it goes off to Austin Lamera, who's been a great addition. Oh, what an effort. Tried to dive in, just touch. You can go in and get that ball, and he could flick it in. It was a good effort, but he touched down in the crease. No goal there, and it will be Oshawa possession. Aiden Saint doesn't make the 8 count, and Peterborough's pressure gets it. Schultzke wants the ball. He's got it, but they picked it up well. Nice hustle by Nick Webb getting back to take away that opportunity. Schultzke will make a change. This is Aaron Woods, the leading scorer in the league. He's got 10 goals or more. We still have to double check something, but he has a ton of goals. He has been fantastic. He is back at the bench now as that shot missed, and bringing the ball forward are the Oshawa Outlaws. Dakota Brown, under some pressure, shovels it off, and Josh Gilray hits a cutting lefty. That was Zach Terry. He's right up there among the goal-scoring leaders. He's got 9. He's number 1 on the Outlaws and amongst the top in the league. Also has a pair of assists. Woods has 7 assists to go with his. And the first goal of the game will go to neither of those players. That will go to Gareth Haig, who was actually the leading scorer in the Ontario Senior B League this summer. And it's 1-0. Now Ryan Haig, the other of the twins, will get back out against Morgan for the draw. Outlaws with a quick start, less than a minute into the game, getting that first goal. Morgan pops another one out, but again, it looks like the ball's going to, oh, actually, no, that one's swatted away too far. Lammer about to get it. He can't pick it up. Finally, someone gets it now. Good hustle. Forecheck pressure from Nolan Downey, and it comes out to Schultzke. He's thinking about going in the net. Gets there. Oh! Turned it away. He actually had a pretty good look at the net there. I gave him a hard time a couple weeks ago when he had a couple of plays where he may have pushed towards the net when he shouldn't have, or turned off when he shouldn't have, but there he was wide open on top of the crease. Go ahead and take that one. I don't know, maybe the coaches are telling him differently. The head coach for the Timbermen is Joe Sullivan. He is assisted by Mike Hayner and Jason Tasse. And here come the Lakers. Pressure. The steal, oh, it just pops out of the stick there of Tim Zimmel. Zimmel, oh, he's hurt. He's gone into the boards. He is grabbing his arm, his shoulder. Oh, I hope he's okay. He has just come back from an extended injury rehab. He went into the boards, and he is not looking comfortable. He is popping up to his hands and knees now. The coaching staff for Oshawa, Andy Glenn and Ryan McMichael, the head coaches, Justin Warner helping them out. Zimmel is up, and he is running to the bench. That's good sign, good news, and he is going to the back of the bench. We'll see if he gets back into the rotation, ready to roll again. Stretching his arms up above his head. It's going to be Oshawa possession. John St. John, the newly shorn John St. John. He was quite hirsute as the season began. Full, thick beard. He's looking quite baby-faced here. Trying to feed one through. There was Jake Gilmore. That didn't get through to Brown. Outlet pass from Jackson Hayner, the starting goaltender for Peterborough. He's 2-0 entering this game. allowing 12.58 goals against per game. That 19-16 game against this week kind of put a bit of a bulge in that because he'd been doing quite effectively. Here's a drive to the net. Zach Thompson, good shot. That one is saved, though, at that end by Quentin Greenfield. Jackson Brown not available today. He's sick. So here comes Ryan Nolan, hands it off. But Greenfield does have the win between the pipes for Oshawa. Allowed 12 goals and had an .826 save percentage, as he was the star of that game against Brampton. He may have got the start anyway. That save from Hayner goes all the way out to center. St. John gets it back, passes across. Good luck and a goal on the run there, grabbing and releasing Braden Smith. That is quite a finish for Braden Smith, and it's 2-0 Outlaws. Max McPherson up to take a draw for Oshawa. He's taken several for them, giving Ryan Haig a break now and then. Morgan wins that one out cleanly, grabs it himself, and heads into the offensive zone. Peels out, and he'll give it off to Schultzke. He flips it ahead to Lamoureux. Lamoureux, the offensive presence on their face-off set. Gets it back from Cam Milligan. Turns, spins, and fires. That one doesn't get through. Big pressure from Howie Francis. And Nolan Downey trying to put some pressure. Luke's ball push. Now we've got some penalties out front. Well, we had a lot of whistles. Not sure if we're having a penalty. Somebody's got to be going after that little kerfuffle. I'd imagine one each way, but we'll see. Looks like Rob Clofer's going. That might be it. It's just Clofer, so it will be power play Peterborough as they will try to get back one of the two goals they've given up so far. We've got 11:47 to go here in the first. It's Milligan at the top of the power play as Peterborough goes strong right. And just an absolute rocket there from Zach Thompson. It's a lovely little underhand. Thompson entering this game with just 2 goals at 13 assists to be second on the team in scoring, but he can shoot, as you saw there. Haig back at the top. Morgan, a little late getting down. He's the last one, and he pops it out. Schultzke ran past it, but will hustle back. He's got that Syracuse Spark orange helmet on. Sorry. Howie Francis hands it off. Woods high, low to high. Oh, what a blast from Aaron Woods. Absolute opposite of what we just saw on the other side from Thompson. As Thompson went high to low, Woods drops the head of the stick, and he's going to stay out for the faceoff. He's also a very effective draw team guy. We're all tied up 2-2 with 11:21 to go here in the first quarter. If you're an NLL team and you need some righty offense, I'm telling you, Aaron Woods is the guy. He can shoot. He's gritty. Terrific leader. And Riley Morgan not giving up easily on that draw as he drags McPherson to the ground. But Zach Terry doesn't come away with it. Hands it off to Rob Clofer. Here's St. John, the alternate captain, and the all-time leading scorer in the Arenalacrosseleague. Low to high from Terry. He had the spot, but pings it off the post. It got up to the ceiling fast. And that'll be a possession back to Terry for Oshawa. Really got to watch. You can't give him shooting space. St. John was loading up to shoot, had the ball pop away. He's going to shovel that pass across to Haig. Didn't quite connect. Gilray flicks behind his back, and that's going to get into the crease. Parker Sands will pick it up. Timberman excited to have Sands back on the floor. He hands it off to the captain, Cam Milligan. Leaves it high for Lamoureux. Lamoureux was Peterborough's first pick in the draft this year, and he handed it to Mike Green, 24 there, who was the second pick by this team. No first rounders. They were reaching down a little bit into the draft. Thompson, the third lefty in this set. Woods to Lamoureux. Oh, foot save by Greenfield. Just got enough of it. Thompson will start with it. They stay strong right. 15 on the shot clock. Resets in the offensive zone are 20 seconds here in the Arena League. Love the rule. Nice spin by Thompson, far side, but the save by Greenfield. Took a peek behind him. It wasn't there. That one goes into the crease, and Nick Webb gets it. He's going to take off. Start to head to the bench. See some space in the middle. We'll just run it up over center. Leave it there. Gilmore gets himself in a little trouble, actually. Webb probably put him in a little bit of trouble there. Trail check attempt, but he gets the shot off. It was Zimmel going after him, so good to see Zimmel back out on the floor. Nice pull down by Joey Gasparetti and then hands it off. Peterborough certainly looking forward to his brother Jake coming back. He's been a driving force in their transition game. Returning from injury. They're hoping soon. McNulty to Lemera, who rips one. Greenfield keeps that shoulder there. Here goes Ryan Haig. Big bump. That's a huge hit. Great job by Lemera. Lemera and Woods, two of the offense. Oh, there's Ryan Haig. What a rip. Takes the pass from Regan Martinell and rockets that one past Hayner. What a response. Now Haig will get back out to the dot. Go switch six. That was Ryan, wasn't it? Because they were running in transition. Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to tell you. They were number 2 and 3. They are identical twins. Gareth wears the leg sleeve on his, I think it's the left calf. So that's one way to tell them apart. This is an extended battle. Haig and Morgan just shoving back and forth. I don't know what the refs can see. And eventually they do call it. I don't know that anything changed it. I've been told by some refs after a while you just call it one way. If there's another one, you give it the other way. Nobody wants to see that going on for a minute and a half. Because we're 8:40 to go here in the first quarter. 3-2 Outlaws lead. Thompson trying to drive to the net. Spins. Howie Francis with a pick. There's strong left. Milligan takes this over to Woods. Quite a duo there. Woods trying to spin underneath. Nice defense. Good slide there by Ben McDonald. They're loving him as Cochrane head coach as the ball's turned over. Peterborough's got it. Oh, but it was reset to 30. So we're set to slow it down a bit, get that back to 20 again. It's a 20-second reset on any offensive zone repossessions. Here's Thompson. Howie Francis loads one up, rips it. Greenfield just makes sure he's got it. But I was saying Aaron Woods and Austin Lemmer are both really good forward forecheckers. Offensive put a ton of pressure on custom 8-second counts. We saw one earlier. Here's Zach Terry. He is all about getting the ball in the net. He does it, but he stepped in the crease. He's arguing. It looked from here like he was in, but who knows? The ref was certainly in perfect position to make that call. Here's Lamera. Watched closely by Luke Malone. I think that's his Irish national team helmet that 19 is wearing. Another shot from outside. This one from Mike Green. Oshawa still completing their change. Gilmore runs through Sands. That one may have been tipped. St. John tries to feed him through. He gets there to Dakota Brown. What a save by Hayner. That was a great pass by St. John. He works very hard on his strength, and you can see it paying off there as a defender right on top of him, getting a piece of it, and still was able to muscle that pass through. Now St. John will race over to the bench, get another defender out. That'll be Aiden Saint, number 55, coming on. He's going to pick up Howie Francis. That's a battle of the Titans. Two big bodies. Ducking underneath is McNulty. Nice play by Saint. Give him a little shove on the backside and get McNulty out of his shooting area. And that will take us to the first officials timeout. We'd like to thank Dempsey Insurance and Financial Services, sponsor of the Oshawa Outlaws. They're helping families and business owners across Durham region protect what matters and build long-term wealth. James Dempsey and his team provide clear, customized insurance investment planning for every stage of life. Book your free financial review today. And we'll be back with more action after this brief break. We are ready to roll once again. And Ryan McMichael was paying careful attention to who's going to bring the ball up. It's Jeff Geddes. And you can see why, as Peterborough was pressing all the way up the floor, and Geddes does a great job. Congratulations to him and his now fiancée, Morgan. Oh, what a finish, driving to the net as the emphasis gets back on the floor. Hayner is laying on his back. Haig with the big play to get that one in. All kinds of collision there. There's a penalty coming. I believe they threw the hands up for the goal. You can score a goal. I know you'll have people say, how can it be a goal if it was a penalty? If the ball goes in first before the collision that causes the penalty, that goal can count, and then the penalty can occur afterwards. So that will get clarified as the officials have a chat. I know there's one last year in the NLL finals. I know Buffalo fans were incensed because they thought Mike Messenger should have got a penalty on a play where Josh Byrne went to the net. But the thing is, even if it had been called, which probably could have been, definitely could have been called a penalty, it would have been wiped out by the goal. And then Byrne ran into the goalie, and he got a penalty. So you were not hard done by. It was actually correctly adjudicated, Bandits fans. Right now, Josh Gilray for Oshawa and Aaron Woods having a chat with the officials, getting the clarification. So they're saying they kind of they indicated that backwards. They said interference, goal counts. It's goal counts and then interference. So that's why the goal goes up. It's 4-2 for Oshawa, and Gareth Haig goes to the box for 2 minutes for goaltender interference, and the Timbermen go to the power play. Now, the one thing I need to refresh myself on is whether they get possession. I believe that Peterborough should get possession as opposed to there being a face-off because the penalty happened after the goal. The goal would have caused the face-off, but then possession goes with the penalty. So I think Peterborough is going to get possession. Oshawa agrees because they're down in their defensive end. They've got their penalty killers out. They don't have Ryan Haig out for a draw. Now Austin Lemmer is saying the same thing. The officials are saying face-off. I don't think that's right. Both teams think that it should be just Peterborough possession. Morgan's there, and now Ryan Haig will come out. We're going to have a draw. So 4-2 Oshawa, 6:22 to play. Face-off. This could be big for the Outlaws. Give him a chance to kill some time on that Gareth Haig penalty if his brother Ryan can get it. Ryan will reset as Chili Morgan's stick is adjusted by the official. Another big battle. They both take a look out. Ball down around the feet and is grabbed there. Nice job in snagging that one by Nolan Downey. He'll hand it off. And Lamera sets up on the offense. Aaron Woods and Cam Milligan joining him on the right side. Zach Thompson's the lefty shooter. McNulty's down in the crease where he's so dangerous on that backdoor quick stick. They try to hit Thompson. You hear the bench yelling, watch the pass through, as they know Peterborough loves to go through the middle and get one in there. Fresh 20. Milligan takes it and gives it to Woods across the floor. Behind the back flip from Lamera. Good passing movement, but nice job tracking it there by Quentin Greenfield. And Greenfield will hand it off, and the pass ahead by Ben McDonald. I started mentioning Andy Glenn loves Ben McDonald. He was saying he makes so much difference. It's too tight. It's too tight. Back out. Back out. Joey Gasparetti up over center. Leaves it there for Zach Thompson. There's still 37 seconds left on the power play. McPherson and McDonald, the two high guys. Great look inside. What a finish from Aaron Woods. Beautiful passing. The Timbermen so dangerous when they get that flowing. tending to be a little bit high. We don't have a scorebook up there, so you can just center it a bit more. I should have mentioned that before. I was just noticing a lot of headspace. So a 4-3 game with 4:42 to go here in the first quarter. Morgan and Haig once again at the dot. This is an epic battle. And of course, as I say that, there's a very quick one. Haig almost had it. Morgan comes away with it. He's going to put his shoulder down and try to rumble through Nick Webb. Keeping his eyes out to try and find an outlet. Goes to his knees, comes back up. All kinds of pressure from Webb. Great job by Morgan to maintain possession. And then I didn't see what that call was. But Howie Francis was just receiving the ball, and it's turned over the other way. Nice little roll pass, bounce pass by Aiden Saint to John St. John. The saintly combination will allow the Outlaws to complete killing that penalty. St. John gets it back from Gilmore. They've got 3 righties. St. John behind the back to Gilmore. Nice save, Hayner, going across the crease. He gives Gilmore a tap, no hard feelings, although he does say to the ref, hey, don't let him in here. Great chance at the other end, and that's no good. Clint Lewis thought he had one. Took me a second to figure out because it's not every day you see Clint Lewis on top of the crease, but that was a pretty nifty little play. Good shot, just didn't quite get in. Comes over to Gareth Haig. All kinds of pressure from Gasparetti. Terry with the pick. The roll, gets the pass, but Gasparetti recovers. Great defensive shift from Gasparetti. He has been just a dominant, a leading figure for this club in the defensive zone. Hard rip from downtown. Stopped by Hayner. He's looking up the floor, gets it to Scotty Edwards. Francis bounces one. Not sure it was intended to be a bounce pass. Kind of caught Woods between hops, but Woods hands it off to Milligan. He hits the cutter. Francis, oh, nice move to the net, scores! That is why he's wearing an Oshawa Firewolves helmet, because he's got moves like that. Great finish by Howie Francis to tie it up. It's 4-4 with 3:07 to go in the first. I know, that's why I'm telling you. It's okay. Haig pinned that one, but he went left without it, and Nolan Downey throws it blindly over the shoulder. Nice job by Lamoureux, because I'm not sure whether he was okay to go back over center at that point. Schultzke grabs his head after taking a pop to it. Milligan rips one. We covered up, and that's going to be a penalty. It's going to be a high sticking call, slashing call, either way. That's going to be Aiden Saint going to the box. That gives the Timbermen another chance on the power play. They're already set in their strong right with Milligan, Woods, and Lamoureux again. Thompson and McNulty, the lefties once again. Nick Webb and McPherson are up top on the penalty kill. McDonald down low, along with Ryan Nolan. He had him listed as Nolan Ryan on the roster a couple weeks ago, and it messed me up. I know it's Ryan Nolan. That pass was tipped. Nice active stick by Webb. McPherson almost went after it, but they warned Milligan he was coming. Thompson up to Milligan. What a pass. Nice slide over their defense by the goaltender, Quentin Greenfield. Because Milligan is so dangerous from there because he loves that pass, loading up, looks like he's shooting, and then pass down to the crease. And McNulty's dangerous, but he will shoot as well. Milligan, one of the better passers you will see in this sport, but he can shoot it too. And if you start anticipating and jumping too early for that pass, he'll rip it back across the body. That one's tipped by Sands, gets into the Peterborough bench, touches a player, so that's going to be Oshawa ball, and that will allow them to kill another half minute or so. Oh, yeah, that's going to be an illegal pick called. That one was probably a penalty. That's just an elbow right up to the jaw. And here we go. Rob Clofer hands it off there for Gareth Haig. See? Leg sleeve. That's how you tell them apart. That and the number. And Gareth playing offense and Ryan playing D. Pretty good team defense. A big pick attempted by Dakota Brown, but he actually missed and toppled. But hard work from Brown. Almost got the pass out of it. Nice pass through by Haig. Peterborough still got 25 seconds on the power play. That was a really good shorthanded offensive set. Hard work from Dakota Brown. Boy, that is some commitment to the penalty kill. Woods up to Milligan. The final minute of the first is Milligan. Yeah, he's shooting that one. Sometimes you can see, you can tell. Long outlet pass to Webb. Great job getting his stick on it by Thompson. But then Webb gets it back. That's a goal. What an effort by Nick Webb. Good try coming back by Zach Thompson, but Webb just sticks with it, and that is a beauty in transition. So it's 5-4 for the Outlaws with 44 seconds to go here in the first. That one pops out, and Schultzke just zipping all over the floor today. Sees Nolan down, he doesn't like that pass. Sees Woods, likes that one, hands it off. And now Schultzke just keeps on trucking on over to the bench for a change. Woods feeds the latecomer Howie Francis with 24 seconds to go. Oh, what a shot! Howie Francis from downtown. An absolute rocket. And the Timbermen get possession again. We'll see if they take a timeout here. Oh, good heads-up play by Morgan to wait just a second. Francis gets that without going over and back. And here's a chance on the run. Putting his shoulder down, going to the net. Underhand. Oh, my. Oh, my. Oh, my. Reese Nugent. What a play. Again, that goes back to Morgan being alert, not making that pass that would have made Francis go over and back. He waited just that extra moment. Francis gets up in the air to take the pass and then gets it to Nugent. What a finish. We're going to be at the quarter break in 2.4 seconds. Just go back and watch that 7 or 8 times. That'll do it for the first quarter of play. And Peterborough with 2 goals in the final 22 seconds or so from number 22 with a goal and an assist, Howie Francis, for that glorious finish from Reese Nugent. We are at the first break, and we'll be back right after this. Welcome back, lacrosse friends. Ready for quarter number 2. We are on pace for a 24-20 barn burner of a battle between the Oshawa Outlaws at 1-1 and the 2-0 Peterborough Timbermen. Now we've got Tim Zimmel coming out for the draw. He's up against Regan Martinell. That ball rolls deep into the corner. Nolan getting it after it, along with Kane Brown. Nolan gets to it. Brown on top of him. Schultzke comes away. Schultzke having himself a solid possession game here. That was Nolan Downing getting it up into the offensive zone. That was a nice goal he got. And there's another one for Aaron Woods. He has been absolutely on fire this season. A big smile for him. Zimmel back. They're like, hey, it worked. Let's not change it. Oh, Haig won that one pretty cleanly, but then loses the stick behind. Downey lost his stick, gets a bit of a grip on Ben McDonald's, gets away with that one. Nice snag by Terry going up with one hand. Tries to make the pass. Not a good decision there. And it's going to be a turnover with a chance here for a breakaway. Nate Allen, twister, scores. That's a great finish for Nate Allen. And I don't think they have to say much to Zach Terry. I think he knows that was just a bad pass to make and poorly executed at that. Terry is pretty new to the box game. He's playing the Collegiate Box League. He's played Senior B down in the Can-Am League. Very impressive scorer, great moves, good shooter. Nate Allen, another part of that strong draft class the Timbermen had this year. A bunch of guys contributing big time. Howie Francis, Austin Lemmer. Here's a great chance for Reed Chamberlain. He was one of Oshawa's draft picks. Now there's a little cross check coming. Looks like Schultzke will go. So Oshawa going to So it's a 4-on-3 as there's 40 seconds left in the matching penalties. Oh my goodness. There's a rip from Gareth Haig. Boy, Gareth Haig, we've seen some absolute rockets from the outside. Howie Francis earlier, now Haig. The shooting gallery. I don't think either goalie is loving this game so far. It is 8-6, and that's another shorthanded goal for the Outlaws. We're a minute 22 into the second quarter. Oh, no, that was a power play. It's not shorthanded at all. What am I talking about? It was the Schultzke cross-check. So it is a power play marker. Nonetheless, 8-6. 39 seconds to go on the offsetting or on the matching minors. So we do stay 4-on-4 for a bit. Here's Rob Klopfer. Hits the cutting Terry. Schultzke comes out to beat him. Maybe a step late. You want to get on him before he can get that shot off. Klopfer gets a reset. Dakota Brown's open on the back door. Pass misses him. Here's the outlet pass to Schultzke. Flying down the floor. Save. Quentin Greenfield gets away from Nolan, but there's nobody around. Luke Maloney just set a little pick to help open him up. And Maloney is wearing that green and white Ireland national team helmet. Represented them at European and World Championships. That's a high pass, but it comes right out to Gilray, and that's going to be a penalty. Clinton Lewis jumps to his goalie's aid. Now Edwards is keeping Haig and St. John away. Hayner pops up. And that's Dakota Brown going to the box. We'll see whether that's 2 or 5. Clint Lewis will go to the box as well. Nobody on the Peterborough bench will complain about that. You definitely go to the 80-year goalie. I was helping coach Serbia at the European Box Lacrosse Invitational a handful of years ago over in Prague. And I was just jumping on a door and helping out with a few things. And somebody ran over our goalie. And then he hopped up. He fell down. He hopped up and he walked to the bench, to the penalty box. And I said to the guys, like, I don't know about Stu Sturparn, your head coach, who's a great coach, but I will tell you, if it's my choice, somebody doesn't run over our goalie, get up and walk to the penalty box. There may have been a few other words in there. So they're discussing it. They're going to lay out exactly what happened. Looks like it might just be roughing both ways or roughing and cross-checking. Now, it looks like Gareth Haig is saying it should be Oshawa ball because Peterborough took the second penalty, which makes sense. Although before, we went with the face-off. But no, they're going to go Oshawa possession for this 4-on-4. Hey, just jumping in is good. You don't put too much pressure on poor Clint. Oh, no, it's going to be Peterborough possession. I guess Gareth Haig was just confirming. There's nothing up on the board yet, so we'll see. I assume it's 2-2. Looks like we're ready. I'd say let's go. Oh, no, they're still putting the penalties up. Okay. So Peterborough's going to start with Aaron Woods and Cam Milligan as their righties. Zach Thompson and Howie Francis are the lefties. Looks like Maloney, Webb, McDonald, and Ryan Nolan are the defenders for Oshawa. Feed through to Woods, doesn't quite connect. Okay, it is a major to Brown, so there you go. So it's a minor to Lewis for roughing, major for goalie interference to Dakota Brown. Which means we'll be 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. Barring other penalties, it will then be a 3-minute power play for the Timbermen. Taking off is Zach Thompson. And he'll rip it. Wow. That's a pretty good decision. I was wondering if that's really the shot you want. But absolutely it is if you can put it in like that. So it's 9-6. That's a 4-on-4 goal. Obviously not affecting the manpower situation, as Lewis will remain in for another minute 22. We've got 15 goals. We're not even 3 minutes into the second quarter yet in this 9-6 game with 12-12 to go in the half. Aiden Saint coming up over center. Schultzke all over him. Causes an errant pass. Sprinting is Gasparetti. Nice job hustling back. Oh, what a goal, though. That's a great shot by Gasparetti. Reed Chamberlain, the Oshawa forward, tried to get back with him, and I thought did a pretty good job of limiting the transition. Then Gasparetti pulled up. I think Chamberlain may have just relaxed for a moment. Quentin Greenfield is going to the bench. Are we having a goalie change, or is he just looking for some water? I don't see anybody else going out. Their backup is Cole George, as Jackson Brown is called in. He was sick today. Yeah, Greenfield's gone down the hallway. Right now they don't have a goalie in the net. There we go. Cole George was in the hallway getting ready to step in. Peterborough hits double digits with 12 minutes still to go in the half. It's 10-6 Timbermen. That's a really early jump there by Regan Martinell. And Schultz will take possession for the Timbermen with another minute and a touch left in that penalty to Lewis. Milligan over to Woods. Oh, what a goal by Aaron Woods. Just thinking how Oshawa is taking away the left side. He didn't really have anywhere to pass to because everyone was so well covered. So he just does it himself. Aaron Woods, spectacular. So that's 2 goals in a minute 12 of this 4-on-4. And it's 11-6 now for the Timbermen. Morgan and Haig back at the dot. That's another jump, this time by Ryan Haig. Morgan will just leave. No, he can't leave it there. Now, the ball was stuck in the back of his stick, but it's a dead ball, so it's Oh, no, you know what? He was called for the ball in the back of his stick. I thought it was Haig jumping. It was actually Morgan getting the face-off violation. That took some banging to get that ball out of the back of the stick. He better loosen that one up. Nice chance, but Haig turned aside by Hayner, who pops athletically up to his feet. And on the run now, Nate Allen, who scored that lovely transition marker a little while ago. That was one thing the Timbermen really wanted to work on in their game, was getting the transition going. Certainly has been effective today. Here's McNulty handing it off. Cut to the middle. Francis denied. Great job by George stepping in cold and facing that shot. Francis with the forecheck pressure. And there's some pressure now from Thompson. They're going to run out of time. They didn't make it. Oh. It was very close to the time count, but they do get across. That hard rip by Colton McNutt. They're saying it went off of a Timberman defender. So it will be Oshawa possession. The Lewis penalty has expired, so it's now 5-on-4 for Peterborough. Cole George went and tracked down that ball. It was at the other end of the floor, flung it up to them. But the other official over in the corner had one standing beside John St. John. He looks like a baby now after he shaved his face. He looks so young. Hard rip saved there by Hayner. Chamberlain hustling back this time to make sure there's no chance for them to get to Clint Lewis, who had broken out. Here comes Parker Sands. He's got a cohort with him. Sands leaves there. Good communication. Sands had gone through the crease, and they said, don't play it. So Aaron Woods picked it up, and there to the power play. Behind the back from Milligan. Woods shoots, stopped by George. Driving in was Francis. He just dropped it. Maloney, nice job making sure he couldn't pick up the loose ball on that rebound. It's a fresh 20 for the Timbermen. Woods to Milligan. Backdoor, nice save. Oshawa obviously aware of the Timbermen liking the back door because both their goalies. And there again, George is across so quickly across post to post that McNulty actually stopped for a moment and shot to the far side because George was coming hard across, as was Quentin Greenfield earlier. Still almost 2 minutes left on this power play on the major for goalie interference. Oh, what a behind the back pass down low there. Milligan's hard low to high, stopped by George. Cole George has jumped in, but the ball pops loose. Howie Francis, there's the pass. What a save, no, it's in. Great pass over to Woods. I thought Francis had lost his opportunity when he hesitated for a moment, but he did get the pass through to Woods, who is absolutely lighting it up this season in the Arenalacrosseleague. 9:18 to go in the first half. That's the first power play goal on the major, is it not? Or is it the second? That must be the second. Oshawa's got 5 players out. I'm trying to remember. I thought that was only one. Because two of them were on the 4-on-4. Is that two? It must. Oh, no. Oshawa's pulled one off. It was the first goal on the major. So it is still a power play for another minute 26 for the Timbermen. It's a violation by Haig this time, and the Timbermen will take possession. Downey hands it off immediately, and Cam Milligan will let the power play set up as he lobs it down low. Lamoureux up to Woods. Milligan, he's going to let that one be a pass. See, I was wrong. You can't always tell, or often tell. That one gets off of the stick of Milligan, up out of play. Oshawa possession, still over a minute to go in the power play. I was starting to think I was getting a sense of when Cam Milligan's going to shoot, when he's going to pass. You can't tell. You just can't tell. You got to just be ready for both. And they're both going to be good. Clofer hands it off to Gilray. They've got another dozen on the shot clock. Oshawa heading for a change. Oh, but they're going to have a chance. They are going to get possession. Great possession shot by Josh Gilray, the veteran, an alternate captain wearing the 91. Ball will go to Jake Gilmore. Getting some hard pressure from Cole Doherty. Little pick, but Doherty fights through it. Gilmore wanted a penalty. Definitely the stick got up into the face mask. It didn't look really hard, but for sure there was some contact. Okay, now that one might have been a hook. As Haig was kind of cranked. And Thompson goes the other way after a defensive shift. Pulled it. I thought he was pulling up, decides to take a shot. Who's going to get there first? That's a push in the back. Oh, and they're going to give Gasparetti a penalty for that check from behind. It actually shoved the Oshawa player into his teammate, Scott Edwards, and Edwards a little slow getting up. With 8:01 to go, that will be the end of this Peterborough power play. We'll have 9 seconds of 4-on-4. And then it'll be an Outlaws man advantage for up to 1:51. St. John and Haig having a chat about what they're going to do. 3 lefties for the Outlaws. Now St. John's heading off as they bring another righty out. So they've got Gilray and Chamberlain into the righties. And it looks like, yeah, they're just going to wait. So John St. John will be the 5th power play member. He'll join Haig and Terry on the left side now as Dakota Brown is released from his major. Allen and Schultzke at the top of the penalty kill. Sands and Zimmel down low. Hard rip from Gilray. Zimmel grabs that rebound, pins it in the crease. Nice bounce pass out. And Schultzke clearing the zone. .120 left on the penalty to Gasparetti. We got 7:15 to go here in the first half. Howie Francis driving, gets a shot off to try and get a reset, but Peterborough had already had a couple of defenders out. Good change from them. And Oshawa goes to the power play. Let's see what they can muster here. They trail 12-6. After getting the first 2 goals of the game, that makes it 12-4 since then. Timbermen really on a run. This is a chance, though, for the Outlaws to swing the momentum their way. A shot there by St. John. Kind of crossed Hayner up. He made the save, and now Hayner's going to scramble back up to his feet. Fresh possession, fresh 20 for the Outlaws. Getting a 20-second reset on offensive zone repossessions. Another hard shot from St. John. He'll just rip that one. And there's another penalty coming. So George will rip it down. Oshawa went to get that one as quickly as possible so that they could get as long as they could on the 5-on-3, which will be the situation when we come back from the officials' timeout with 6:25 to go in the second quarter. It's 12-6 Timbermen, but the Outlaws on a 5-on-3 when we come back. Timberman head coach Joe Sullivan discussing with the officials, trying to sort out a couple of questions that he's got. Oshawa will be on the 5-on-3. We put Ben McDonald up top. And I mentioned that Andy Glenn so excited about what McDonald brings to this team. He can't believe he's not in the NLL. He is wearing his old Albany Firewolves helmet, but he said the slides, that he just takes command. He talks, great talker out there. There's a hard rip from Terry. And now he's going to be the safety valve up top. Oh, the stick pops out of the hands of Gasparetti. That pass tipped, so it won't be an over and back. Green gets it through the timbers up there. I don't know how that one made it through. The 30 will expire. That's a pretty effective penalty kill for Peterborough. Still a minute 6 left for Oshawa on the power play as Reed Chamberlain steps over center. Gilray to Haig. St. John calls for it, gets that one. They'll invert. St. John comes to the top. Behind the back pass, Gilmore not in a shooting spot. Nice tip there. We've got 5:09 to go here in the half. That pass was maybe a little ambitious. They were going to run out of time eventually, but Nick Webb Had that beautiful goal earlier in the game. He'll just toss this one off and let the power play set up. Same power play set with Chamberlain there and Gilray the righties. Haig, St. John, and Gilmore the lefties. And Haig beautifully placed. That dead overhand into a bit of a twister. Bounces one far side just inside the post. We'll go back to even strength after that power play goal with 4:44 to go. Here in the first half, it's 12-7. Ball pops out again. It's Schultzke coming away with it. He's just been a vacuum today. Good awareness of where everyone is and gets to Aaron Woods, which is always a good decision. Woods will circle back out. Howie Francis takes a high shot, shoots. He's stopped and then goes down as he gets tripped up, gets bumped. And he's going to go and have a word. And I like that. I like to see a bit more of that from Howie Francis. Go up and use your size. Stand up. Now, I'm not sure if there's one or two penalties. I think it's just the one. The play was blown down pretty quickly when Francis went down. Colton McNutt is going to the box. Well, he's gradually going to make his way. He's busy chatting with the Peterborough bench. Okay, so it's just the one minor. Power play, Peterborough to try and get back that one that Oshawa just scored. They stay strong right with Lamoureux down low. Woods at the shooter, and there's Milligan at the top. Gets it back from Thompson. He's going back door. It's picked off. Great stick by Ryan Nolan. Nice move to get by Thompson. A couple of Peterborough defenders back in the, or forwards back in the defensive zone. Nolan's just going to run away from all of it. Gets the pass over to St. John. Puts his shoulder down. Hard shot. Another penalty coming now. It's going to be Rob Klopfer. There's Lewis going as well. They were getting into it. Clinton Lewis is trying to make his way to the bench. And the officials say, hey, get out of here. And he's saying, I'm just trying to go to the door right there. It's going to be a roughing call. Was that? I thought I saw it a five go up. So we'll see that whether that's a minor or a major. Oh, it's a double minor. Okay, 4 minutes going up. Wow, so Peterborough with a 12-7 lead has a 5-on-3. The first goal would eliminate the first penalty that was already going. So 2 for spearing, interference and roughing, 2 and 2. Thought I heard spearing, which I think is just a major. But that one gets away from McDonald, tries to tap it ahead, but there's Schultzke again with possession over to Milligan. Backdoor to McNulty. Nice play, but Cole George has been sharp since coming into this game. McDonald with the pass ahead to St. John. St. John working his way through, gets a pretty good chance at net, and that's not a goal. St. John saying it was in. It was a heck of a move to get that chance. Oshawa thinks it was in. You can go back and take a peek. Hard rip by Woods. It's off the post straight out to Zach Thompson. Peterborough's going to settle things down a little. They've got Austin Lamoureux as their safety valve up top. Usually have a defender, but Lamoureux plays such good forechecking and will go back and play D's. Pretty smart young player. Not a bad option. Here's Thompson. Oh, okay, yeah, because there's a save. Because they will be going to the 5-on-4 during this possession, and now with the reset. Oh, a hard one off of Milligan straight out to Lamoureux, and now they're going to wait because there's only 3 seconds left. No, they're not. Thompson's going to take the shot. Luckily for them, actually, Lamoureux had done a great job of heading back to take away the transition chance. Shot by Woods. Another nice save. Cole George is keeping the Outlaws in hailing distance. This is a really well-run power play. all over the floor. I loved Lamoureux getting back and being prepared to take away any potential breakout chance. Now there's 7 seconds left on Peterborough's on the first Oshawa penalty, Peterborough's first power play. Now we're going to have an illegal sub. So that will be almost dead even as there was 1:59 left on the second penalty to Clofer. Cole Doherty goes in to serve that penalty. And we're going to have 1:59 of 4-on-4 action. It's a bit less than that to go in the quarter and in the half. So nice behind the back pass. Oh, big save. Was that either the post or Hayner, one of them, robbing Reed Chamberlain. Milligan scores going the other way. What a nice finish. Chance at one end, doesn't quite go their way, and Milligan gets the 4-on-4 goal. That's at least 3 4-on-4 goals for the Timbermen this game. They're up 13-7 with 1:33 to go in the half. Yes, we have hit 20 goals in this game, and we're not at halftime yet. Peterborough with possession. Nice job backing away there from Kane Brown. Collision. Howie Francis and Nate Schultzke ran into each other. Aiden St. gets it. But good job by Francis to keep some pressure on, and Schultzke gets back. They're working well together, although they almost lost Ryan Nolan there. Schultzke does eventually go out and get him. They get it to St. John. We stay 4-on-4 again for the remainder of the half, barring further penalties. Gilmore. Nice try to feed it through, but it's snagged. Great pickoff there. Hand it off to Francis, 20 on the shot clock. Looks like Peterborough's not going for a 2. Oh, they are going for a 2-for-1. That hard rep from Lamoureux. And don't get possession. No, I guess you had to. Oh, maybe he was trying not to. Martinell scores! Maybe I jinxed Jackson Hayner. He might have been thinking, if we can kill 5 seconds, we get the full 30 and he can get to the bench for an extra attacker. But whatever happened, the ball's turned over and Hayner's just laughing and shaking his head. He knows sometimes stuff just happens. They'll make it 13-8. I'm going to have to find out if he was thinking about that. He wouldn't have heard me, so I didn't jinx him. Now it looks like there's another penalty coming. I believe that Scott Edwards has gone into the penalty box. A major for Edwards. Okay, I didn't see that one. Wow, we've had a few majors now. Well, a couple of majors and the double minor. So Edwards gone for 5. So that makes it a 4-on-3 for Oshawa for these final 32 seconds of the period. Oshawa had an extra player on the floor. That is on the officials. They have to make sure the right number of players are on the floor when play is resuming. Timeout, Oshawa, as they get possession, and they'll be able to set up with 28.9 seconds. They'll be able to set up a play. They're already 4-on-3, so they're not going to pull the goalie. They can just leave Cole George. Set up the 4-on-3. Ryan McMichael down, drawing something up for his offensive group. And Jason Tasse, the defensive coordinator for the Timbermen, has his gang gathered around him. 21 goals, 29 minutes and 31 seconds. Oof. Gareth Haig's having some fun with the crowd. Now he's taking requests. Having a good time out there. He's going to look to try and have some fun here as they will have this 4-on-3. It's an illegal cross-check major for Edwards. Haig indicating, here's the ball. He's really hamming it up today. Here we go. Chamberlain. Looked at Gilray, goes up to Haig instead. St. John is down low. Oh, there's a finish for St. John. It's so hard on the 4-on-3, but that's just too much time to give John St. John. He buries that one. The officials checking. Because we had the 4-on-4 and then the major, they have to make sure they let the penalty box know whether the shorter penalty comes out or it's the first one on the major. So they're going 4-on-4, but they're not releasing the player from the box. So then when his penalty expires, he can't come out. I don't understand that. That doesn't make sense. Because you're going to set up a situation. Here's the shot and goal. Jared Downey, lovely finish. Off the face-off win. It's 14-9 with 7.6 to go. Scoring may not be done for this period, this half. I guess things are going to be okay because at halftime they can sort everything out. There's only 7.6 to go. They're 16 and 17 on the minors. So they'll be able to get it sorted out so they don't have a guy sitting in the box, penalty box, with his penalty expiring but not allowed to go on the floor. Morgan up against McPherson. They may just eat up these final few seconds of the half. It pops out. Yeah, they don't have much time. Schultzke took the pass from Downey. There wasn't enough time, though. And we will go to the locker rooms with the score 14-9 in favor of the Peterborough Timbermen over the Oshawa Outlaws. This is Arenalacrosseleague action at Children's Arena. We will see you after halftime. All right, welcome back, lacrosse friends, to Arenalacrosseleague action here at Children's Arena. Sorted out what was going on with the penalties. I missed something. So the Scott Edwards major for cross-checking was a delayed penalty, which means when Oshawa scored during that delay, that goal was the first of two that they could score on the minor. So then when Oshawa scored again, that was the second on the minor. On the major, sorry. So it was the two penalties on the major. So Edwards stays in. He'll be released with about 10.5 minutes to play on the next dead ball after that. And there's about 8 seconds left on the minors that were 1 second apart. So 8 on one, 9 on the other, and then we will go back to 5 on 5. So sorry if I confused you. I was obviously a little confused. Now I think everyone's getting clued in. The explanation has been given to the Outlaws. The explanation has been given to the Timbermen. I don't think Mike in the penalty box wants to bother putting up 8 seconds on one side and 9 on the other. So I think they're just gonna tell them when to go out. And I believe he's gotten the okay for that. Yep, I like it. Let's go. Put the ball down, blow the whistle. Let's play some lacrosse here, folks. Ryan Haig, Riley Morgan at the dot, 14-9 for the Timbermen as we begin quarter number 3 of the first of a doubleheader here at the Children's Arena. Whitby and Brampton should be a dandy in the nightcap. That one's at 5 o'clock. Nice outlet pass ahead to Ryan Haig. He had a beauty earlier, and he has another one. Ryan Haig takes that pass off the draw. Great pass from Ben McDonald to lob that one ahead. It's 14-10, and we are back to even strength. It's 5-on-5. Haig with the win on the faceoff, flings it back. McDonald will get it. And Oshawa gets over center. Aiden Saint with it. And if you're wondering about Ben McDonald, here's a shot by Garrett. Oh, what a move. The toe drag by Haig, but Hayner stays with him. You're going to hear people saying McDonnell. You'll hear people adamant. They swear. I've had his former coaches tell me it's McDonnell. It's not. It's Ben McDonald. I've talked to Ben about it. I've talked to his parents about it. So you can feel at ease knowing it's Ben McDonald. Here's Aaron Woods as we are 5-on-5. Oh, Howie Francis scores. Hat trick, Francis. Great feed from Aaron Woods. And the Timbermen respond quickly. Of course, we've had 2 goals in the first minute of the third quarter after having 23 in the first half. We've got the crack research department on the case, figuring out what the highest total score, total number of goals in an Arenalacrosseleague game is, as we are here in season number 9. Oshawa needs another player out. They send 2 out, and Brett Clover races back onto the bench. Haig flips it back. He's going to be picked off, though. Lamoureux saw that one all the way. Now he's run into the double team of McDonald and Haig. Great job to fight out of it. And lobs it across. Doesn't quite connect, but it is scooped up there. And Jared Downey will take his time. Sorry, Nolan Downey will take his time. Sidearm rip from Lamoureux. Pops out. McDonald may have goosed that one ahead. I couldn't quite see, but Aiden Saint gets it and sprints up into the offensive zone. I'm becoming a big Aiden Saint fan. Getting a chance to watch him in a couple of games here in this Arenalacrosseleague season. There's Gilmore. Beats to St. John. That one's knocked down. Good stick there from Cole Doherty. Now Doherty on St. John. Gets a shot off after the reset. Hayner hangs on to that one, makes the pass ahead to Clinton Lewis. We've got some numbers sorted out for the Timbermen. I was a little confused because they were not wearing the numbers they had on the score sheet. Joey Gasparetti was listed as 33. He's been wearing the 88. He's had a really good half. That's an illegal pick, Howie Francis. And again, I don't mind that. I want to see Francis play a more physical game. Take an illegal pick now and then. See where the line is. Wearing the number 33 that Gasparetti was listed at is Cole Begley. Also playing pretty well. He was with the Ottawa Black Bears. Was on their active roster for a while. Well, he was he was active roster. He's a protected practice player, signed as a practice player. So they kept the practice player tag, but he was active. Hasn't yet played for them. Did play in the preseason. Had himself quite a tilt in one of their preseason games up in Brampton against Rochester. Reese Nugent, he liked the reverse whip he scored on earlier, tried another one from downtown. There's still 7 on the shot clock as Woods will hand it off. Lamoureux fires one far side. Is that a reset? No, it went wide. So it gets up into the Oshawa bench and will be Outlaws possession. Martinell will step across center and hand it off. Oh, Reed Chamberlain's pass just kind of got away from him. Parker Sands hustling down. He's going to shoot. Saved by Cole George. Up and out of play. Oh, that's not a very smart penalty. I know something probably happened before. I didn't see it. The ref didn't see it. So all they saw and all I saw was Parker Sands slashing Zach Terry in the ankle. So he's going to go to the box. I would imagine it's a minor. Dead ball foul. Slashing, whatever you want to call it. That gives Oshawa a chance on the power play again. As much as there's a 5-goal difference in this game, there's tons of time left. Gareth Haig fakes the shot over to Chamberlain, gets it back, pick from St. John and rips it, save Hayner. He pounces on that rebound. Pounces on the loose ball, didn't allow a rebound. Nice long outlet pass, connects with Nate Allen. He'll hand it off to Zach Thompson. Allen's staying out for this penalty kill. The double team is on Thompson. They knock it free. And McDonald comes away with it. Had a little trouble picking it up. Still having trouble. Now he's got it. McDonald hands it off to Jake Gilmore. Haig's up at the top. Strong left. Strong left power play for Oshawa without John St. John on the floor. That's an unusual one. Everyone else obviously accomplished players. Zach Terry, that's not in. Off the post, bouncing around. Zach Terry gets it back. Oh, great job by Begley. What a play. To Gasparetti, I am really glad we sorted those out. That is Gasparetti from Begley. Cole Begley having an absolute breakout season. Tremendous preseason in Ottawa. And now just running the floor with confidence here for the Peterborough Timbermen. 16-10. So 38 seconds left in the penalty. Short-handed goal. Gasparetti from Begley. Now Schultzke has it, and the Timbermen are going to be able to kill the rest of this. There's about 2 seconds more on the penalty than on the shot clock. Oshawa's left Gilray down the floor for Zimmel, so Zimmel picks him up. That's why it's 3-on-4 in this end. Oh, that gets away from Francis. That'll be an over and back. How much you get? One time. Dozen seconds left on the power play. Are they going to attack? Yeah, it looks like they're going into the set. St. John, underhand, low to high pass, and that's actually going to turn into a turnover. Dakota Brown goes to the turf. He is slow to get up behind the play. Here's a chance. Woods across. Oh, great save, Cole George. On what looked like a glorious chance for Reese Nugent. St. John was back in the defensive zone. Now he's got himself pinned at center, but really nifty little pass over to Zach Terry. That's just veteran awareness of where people are on the floor. Scotty Edwards is a little riled up because he just got a pretty hard pick in the lower back. Here comes Gasparetti. Streaming off the bench is McNulty. He is stopped. Oh, and Cole George gets fancy with the acrobatic moves to keep that ball out of the net. Edwards comes away with it. We're back to even strength. 9 minutes to go in the third. Scoring pace has slowed down a bit, although we're still getting some goals. 3 here so far in the third quarter in just over 6 minutes. 4 in just over 6 minutes. Taking that pass and ramming it home was Austin Lamoureux. $17-10. Definitely more like a football score. It'll be Morgan and Haig again. Another contested face-off. Everyone's reaching in. No, you can't really be doing that. Oh, a big slash from Haig. Schultzke didn't like that. That was a slash to the side of the head. That's probably going to be a major. Now Gareth Haig is over sharing some words. He's going to go to the box as well. So the officials will gather and sort this out, and John St. John will go over, and Cam Milligan, the Peterborough captain, they're going to hear what's going on. I think that's a game. It looks like they just ejected Ryan Haig, 5 in a game. And I don't know if he meant to hit Riley Morgan in the head there. But you are responsible for your stick. But this game has been so contentious. We've had several goalie interference plays where guys have run over the goalies. We've had a bunch of majors. We've had some very feisty play. That's going to be it for Ryan Haig. So Luke Maloney will go and serve Haig's major. And then Gareth Haig is in there. He's standing up for his brother. Understandable. But he's going to get an unsportsmanlike, I would think. So with 8:32 to go in the third, the Timbermen with the 17-10 lead, and they're going to have a chance to add to that. Andy Glenn and Ryan McMichael getting the explanation. So it's going to be 5-on-3. Lamera, again, will be the player up at the top as the safety valve. Will be Milligan and Woods, the righties. McNulty and Thompson will be the lefties. Rob Klopfer, Nick Webb, and I'd imagine Ben McDonald. Yes, McDonald, the other defender for Oshawa. They're still sorting things out here. Now Regan Martinell is also going to the penalty box. Okay, so, yeah, so it's a major and then some time for the game. So it looks like Luke Maloney is serving the major, Gareth Haig serving his own minor, and Martinell will be serving whatever else Ryan Haig got. I guess a game misconduct. Here we go. Nice save by Cole George on the quick stick. So it's a match penalty, which comes with an automatic suspension for Ryan Haig. And it's turned over. Zimmel gets it, hands it over to Milligan. He's going to drift it up to Woods, back to Milligan. He's got a back door to McNulty. The back behind the back pass didn't connect. So it's a 5-on-3 for up to 2 minutes. Woods backpedaling, flips it over quickly down to Milligan. Good movement, but again, Cole George, so sharp, going side to side, being prepared for all the back doors. Hard rip from Thompson. They get it back. Thompson's got it again. He might just do it again. No, he's going to shoot past McNulty. Woods. Oh, what a rocket. At some point, you just can't stop them all down 5-on-3. That's a great blast from Woods. Really well executed 5-on-3. Luke Maloney was trying to leave the box. That's not how that works. It's going to be 5-on-4. They're saying it's the minor that is erased. So Gareth Haig. Wait, no, that's not right. How'd Maloney get out? Okay, I don't understand that one. Luke Maloney was released. I thought he was serving the major because I don't know. It's 5-on-4. There's 4 minutes left on the major. Ben McDonald racing out to cover Lamoureux, who just rolled it across the Milligan, gets it back on a line, and leaves it for Woods. Milligan behind the net, diving dunk attempt. It's no good. Saved by George again, getting over to the post. I know he's given up a bunch of goals, but Cole George has made some fantastic plays in this game. Ryan Nolan watched closely by Schultzke. Tenacious D. Nice shot by Gilmore just to set a little bit of a pick. Almost a field lacrosse pick, just get there and stand, but force Schultzke around and just allow his teammate to give up the ball. Gilmore being watched by Schultzke. Maybe the best game I've seen Schultzke have. And then he gets that block. He's going to the net. He's got Lamoureux. He's got Allen. Nate Allen setting a nice pick for him. Woods directing traffic as Zimmel will head off the floor. 10 on the shot clock as they get their full complement out. Milligan behind the back. Woods cross floor. Thompson's looking back door. Great quick stick attempt, but again, Cole George is there. You're going to see a big number, and you're going to see that Cole George played for a lot of it and gave up a bunch of those goals, but don't pin this one on him. It could be 25 or so if George wasn't playing so well. St. John almost sprung free as he had Lamoureux on him. Hard work along the boards. Good effort there by Clofer. And a chance for Terry, and he's going to draw a penalty. It's going to be a hooking call, the rare hooking penalty. But the hard work by Clofer and Terry getting that ball, and they draw that one. 2:10 to go in the major for Hague, which means we'll have 4-on-4 for 2 minutes, and then a very brief 10-second power play for the Timbermen. But right now, we're going to take the officials' timeout. We've got 5:42 to go in the third. It's 18-10 Timbermen. Wait, so now Oshawa's got 5 guys on the floor. That just doesn't make sense to me. Oh, they've got the goalie pulled. Okay, it does make sense. Oh, thought I was losing my mind for a moment. No, they're not mutually exclusive, but I'm not losing for that. They do say 5-on-4. George standing at the doorway to the box. Now Gilray will go to the bench as St. John shoots. The ball is still there. Glove came flying out. The pass ahead, tracked down by Nate Allen. He's going to get it to Aaron Woods. And Peterborough set up in their offense. Driving to the net, backdoor attempt. There it is. Number 4 for Howie Francis. Beautiful pass from Aaron Woods. I got it saved. I'll look later. So it's McPherson coming out to take this draw against Morgan. We stay 4-on-4. It's 19-10. That's 4 or 5 4-on-4 goals for Peterborough. They might push for getting 4-on-4 permanently. Loose ball push. It's going to be Oshawa possession. McPherson trying to decide who to give it to. Nobody wanted it at first. Oshawa's going to get one more out. Chamberlain looked to St. John, but there's not really an open passing lane. Jared Downey was lurking. Now he gets to St. John and moves it on quickly to Terry. Sets a pick. Terry across the top. Hayner had no trouble with that. Went after, that's going to be trouble. Oh, and Hayner, I don't know quite how to describe that, but he was doing everything in his power to stay in the way of the ball. Oshawa never quite recovered, and Schultzke is stopped by George. Ripped pass by George. It's going to get past St. John, though. I think it'll slow down a little bit as Kane Brown grabs that ball. Here comes Cam Milligan. He doesn't look like he wants to slow down. He wants to push Howie Francis. Oh, the pass gets away from Mike Green. We're in the 96. It's got Andrew Vradenberg's name on the back. Gilmore hands it off. St. John. He's looking at the net, but you know he's also seeing who else is on the floor. He's got such great vision. We have a delayed penalty coming. Back door. Oh, nice save, Hayner. Doing his best Cole George impression. It's going to be a holding the stick call. So that's Joey Gasparetti heading to the box. So, 3:56 to go in the third. 14 seconds left on the Peterborough penalty. 24 left on the Oshawa penalty, and then the new 2 minutes for Gasparetti. So it's 4-on-3 for another 10 seconds. Will they go quickly? Oh, they tried to, and a great job by Nate Allen to disrupt that pass, and now he's battling. What a play. And Shulsky comes in, as he's done all day, to scoop up the loose ball. Great effort by Nate Allen as the Nates combine for that one. Now Allen's got the ball corralling off the boards, and we're back to 2 players being back on the floor. It's 5-on-4 for Oshawa. They leave a hanger as Zach Terry's up the floor. Shulsky stays with him. Pass out front. Lamoureux somehow missed. I thought he had George on that one. Thompson has it. Loses his stick. There's only a couple seconds left in the shot clock. 3:12 to go in the third. 1:16 to go in the penalty. And the clock's not running. So Peterborough's not going to love that because they're not having any time to tick off the penalty. Still not running. Clock's still not going. St. John rips it. Big save, Hayner. Hayner grabs it. The outlet pass. Oh, nice chance, Reese Nugent. Clock is running now, but that's a full extra possession on the power play for the Outlaws. As we got 3 minutes to go here in the third now. Gilmore up to St. John. Gets it back. A bouncer from Gilray. Oshawa just not seeing any lanes they like. Nobody cutting. Oh, that's just going to bounce in. Gilmore didn't need a lane, didn't need a cutter. All he needed was to drop the head of the stick and rip that one through Jackson Hayner. Power play goal. It's 19-11 with 2:39 to go here in the third. Peterborough's a man short. So they'll slip Nate Allen out. Morgan, McPherson battling. Ryan Haig is gone from this game, so McPherson probably out there for a bunch of face-offs now. Somebody else took one. Who else took one for them? I feel like somebody else took one besides Ryan Haig. There have been a lot of face-offs with 30 goals in this game. We're not even through 3 quarters. Nice save by Hayner, just leaving that foot behind as Terry went across the body. Straight back to Gilmore. Gilmore and Terry run into each other. Then an illegal pick. Lewis and Brown in each other's faces again. Several confrontations between Lewis and Brown. And Kareth Haig gives Dakota Brown a hug as he comes into the penalty box to join him. And Mike Smith has just requested some silence from the benches so that he can hear the official making the call. It does get loud over there. The benches are right beside him. I heard a 2 and 10 minor misconduct for Lewis. I don't know if they've both got 2 and 10. So Oshawa is going to get possession. Okay, so the minors are going up. Clint Lewis for Peterborough, Dakota Brown for Oshawa again. I feel like they should just go ahead and fight and get it over with. I'd rather see that than the yapping and cross-checking. just go. Just do it. Anyway, that's just my opinion. I'm in no way saying that the league endorses fighting. I mean, you're allowed to do it. You just got 5 minutes. But so Oshawa's got 4 players on the floor. Peterborough's got 4 players on the floor. And once we get going, we'll be able to get the announcements. Zach Terry has it, watched by Schultzke. Good defensive switch there. Nate Allen and Schultzke playing really well together. Gilray. Oh, what a shot. Josh Gilray, I thought he was looking backdoor pass. That is an absolute rocket. We have seen some lasers from downtown today. And that's a 4-on-4 goal for Oshawa. It's been kind of Peterborough's forte today, scoring with the 4-on-4, but Gilray picks that one perfectly. Oh, what a shot. 19-12. Still 4-on-4. Still a minute 58 to go in the third. Hope you all got yourselves a snack. This one's taking a while. Oshawa arguing for an over and back, and that was on the very edge of how much you can go forward and possess the ball in the offensive zone and then run back into your own end. Thompson gets a pick from Green. That's a nice pick. The shot stopped by Cole George. Minute 24 left in the penalties, minute 34 left in the quarter, and John St. John comes to get that pass. Hi to his lovely wife Kelly and their many children. I think it's 3. Maybe it's 4. I don't know. A lovely family. Josh Gilray. We got that last one. He's looking for the pass up top to Chamberlain. They go down to St. John. Nice save. It was a great offensive play, but Hayner takes it away, and Parker Sands rumbling up. He's got Gasparetti with him. He'll wisely pull up as the white jerseys outnumbered the red ones. Leaves it for Austin Lamera. Woods chugging in to join him. Good communication. Love that talk between McDonald and Braden Smith. Oh, backdoor. Oh, there's a goal. McNulty, master of the quick stick. Couldn't quick stick that one, so he just waited. Couple of quick fakes and squeaks it past George to make it 20-10, 20-12 with 39.5 seconds to go in the third. Reagan Martinell, that's who took the other face off earlier. And he's out there for another one. And he's just laying on top of that one. Oh, looks like we have a penalty coming. Illegal cross check to Riley Morgan. Martinell got on top of the ball, got his kind of face onto the ball, which may have been being called for a face-off violation for withholding. But Morgan then landed with his stick across the back of Martinell's head. That's going to be the penalty. And 37 seconds to go in the third. It's 4-on-3 Oshawa. Zach Terry, nice save by Hayner to be patient, staying by that near post. Terry with a big swat, knocks the ball loose, gets possession, dives, save Hayner. Great forecheck pressure. If there's a potential for a shot on goal, Zach Terry will get after that ball or after that player, whatever he has to do to create a chance. Bouncer, George has no problem with that. He's going to fling one the length of the floor. It's picked off by Begley. He's going to shoot. It's off the boards. That's going to come back. One more. No, Allen's going to say, nah. Let's just go to the quarter break. I applaud that decision. It's 20-12. 1:23 remaining on the Peterborough penalty, and we'll be back for the fourth quarter from Children's Arena right after this. Welcome back, lacrosse friends. We are ready to go with the fourth quarter. The first three quarters, first quarter, 6-5 in favor of Peterborough in goals. The second quarter, you thought 11 goals was a lot? How about 8-4 for the Timbermen? Things slowed down a little in the third, only 9 goals. 6-3 for the Timbermen. That makes it 20-12. Oshawa is led. Oh, they've really spread it out. Gareth Haig with 3 goals, 2 assists for 5 points. John St. John also with 5 points from a goal and 4 helpers. Ton of players getting on the board. The only other player with more than 1 is Ryan Haig, who's gone from the game. Those were both in transition. There are going to be some big numbers on the Peterborough side. 4 goals and 3 assists for Aaron Woods. 4 goals and an assist for Howie Francis. Zach Thompson with a pair of goals. Nate Allen, the defender, 2 goals, 2 assists. What a game he's having. He might be pushing himself into contention for early contention. Of course, there's a lot of season to go, but for Rookie of the Year and Transition Player of the Year, he's been really good. Cam Milligan, a goal and 5 assists. Several others getting on the board. Quentin Greenfield gave up, they didn't change him. It's saying he gave up 20. He did not. Cole George came in. We're back underway. Fourth quarter has started. And McDonald will come up with possession. He's looking down the floor, trying to find somebody off the bench. He'll make the short pass to Clofer instead. Love him looking ahead, trying to find something as Oshawa is on the power play to start this fourth quarter. St. John at the top. Nice toe drag, shoot, save. Think that was the post that got that one. All right, we are back underway here in the fourth quarter. I just went through all the scoring, and I think I might have been muted. But that's okay. There's a save by Hayner. So it's 20-12. Very high scoring game. Very high scoring periods after that nice save by Cole George. Zach Thompson flirting with a checking in the crease call. Avoided it nicely. Ryan Nolan will step around. Finds Jake Gilmore. He scored one on a rocket a little while ago. St. John will take it. So it was 6-5 for Peterborough in the first. 8-4 for Peterborough in the second. 6-3 for Peterborough in the third. That's how they're up by 8. There's a chance for Chamberlain. Another stop by Hayner. Peterborough has a pair of 4-goal scorers. Here's Edwards trying to get on the board. That pass tips away. It's an over and back as it gets away from Aiden Saint. It'll still be Oshawa possession. 4 goals and 3 assists for Aaron Woods. 4 goals and an assist for Howie Francis. A pair of goals each for Zach Thompson and Nate Allen. Allen with 2 goals, 2 assists. Milligan with 6 points. On the Oshawa side, it's actually quite spread out. Gareth Haig with a hat trick. He's still in the penalty box, serving, I guess, the remainder of his brother's penalty. Gilmore rips it. Oh, Jake Gilmore. We have seen some of the best outside shooting you're going to see in this game today. Another absolute rocket, a low to high from Jake Gilmore. That's his second of the game, and they have both been absolute beauties. So Haig with 3 and 2. That's Gareth Haig. Ryan Haig with a couple. He's gone after taking the match penalty for slashing. John St. John, Josh Gilray, Reagan Martinell, Brett Clofer. Martinell scored. Nick Webb scored. That was a beauty. Braden Smith, yep. Gilmore second. Well spread out. 20-13. be a miraculous comeback, but we've seen a ton of goals. You never know. Oshawa's not out of it yet. Here's Howie Francis looking for 5. Going to pass it across to Milligan. Nice try to hit Reese Nugent. It's just away from him. That pass doesn't get through, but it is grabbed by St. John. We are at even strength. Gareth Haig has been released from the penalty box. Only Clint Lewis remains in the box now. I believe he got a 10-minute misconduct. Ryan Nolan sprinting up into the offensive zone, beats the count. Here's Jeff Geddes. Haven't seen a ton of him today. Again, congratulations to him and Morgan on their recent engagement. Very happy for that pair. Terrific couple. Hard shot from St. John is wide, comes straight out to Chamberlain. We're going to have to give Morgan a hard time for not being here. I haven't seen her yet at a game this year, I don't think. This Arenalacrosseleague season. Seen her at plenty of games over the summer. Aaron Woods checks out the stick. While he's got the ball, passes to Milligan. That pass was picked off as he tried to get to McNulty. Brett Clofer rumbling up the floor. Schultzke picks him up. He's going to fire one that's off the leg of Schultzke. Schultzke soaked a couple of hard shots today. Here's a chance on the run for Allen. Oh, almost a hat trick. I was saying he might be pushing himself into the conversation for both Rookie of the Year and Transition Player of the Year. Although there's some rookies doing some pretty fine things. It's a very strong draft this year overall, I feel like, for the Arenalacrosseleague. A lot of good rookies. Oshawa, Zach Terry, one of the leading scorers in the league in terms of goals, just behind Aaron Woods. Gilray, nice moves. It's in. Makes all the moves, gets the shot off, and then helps the referee to see that the ball is in the net. Gilray's having himself a day. It's 20-14 with 10:44 to go in the fourth. Regan Martinell back out against Morgan. Martinell rips, but it's underneath Morgan, who pulls it behind himself to Lamoureux. That's a really nice face-off finish by Morgan. Now he is limping as he goes to the bench. Morgan doesn't play a ton of defensive shifts, so as long as he's not too bad, I'm sure he can get back out there. Aiden Saint leaves it here. And Ryan Nolan. All kinds of subtle moves to get himself clear. Penalty coming to Peterborough. Nice wheels by Cole George to hustle the bench for the extra attacker. 4 lefties. Backdoor attempt by one of the righties, Dakota Brown. And they're going to encourage him to stay away from Jackson Hayner. Scott Edwards was having none of Dakota Brown getting in after his goalie, but just a subtle little shove to the chest. Nothing excessive. .10:02 to go as Oshawa goes back to the power play, trailing by 6. If there's one thing you don't want to do when you have a 6-goal lead with about 10 minutes to go, it's take a bunch of penalties. See what the call was. Unsportsmanlike conduct is a bench minor, so somebody from the bench, whether it was one of the coaches or a player off the bench, Schultzke hands it off to Cole Begley, and the Timbermen go to the penalty kill. Woods watched closely by Webb, spins around. That's a big swat by Luke Maloney, no call there. Woods tries to reverse whip with a second left on the shot clock. That's a gritty shift from Aaron Woods. 1:11 left on the penalty. Oshawa setting up. Reed Chamberlain flips it over. Back-to-back Meredith Cup champion Reed Chamberlain. You can hear the bench yelling, rotate. Move through the looks you're supposed to be taking here. Haig fights off the check. Or sorry, that was St. John. Little sidearm shot by Gilmore. It's off the post. That's a fresh 20 for Oshawa. Again, 20 seconds on the reset in the offensive zone. That one almost in. Got through Hayner. Here's Gasparetti on the run. Back up to Schultzke, and they'll try and kill the rest of this. 20 seconds on the shot clock. About a dozen more on the penalty. Mike Green's got it over along the far boards, and nobody's even worrying about him. He'll just rip one with about 5 seconds to go on the shot clock. Now Oshawa has to decide if they want to try and get a shot off here before the penalty expires. They're not going to. Cole Doherty will race in. That's a no goal. Oshawa thought they had one. Gilmore's throwing his hands up. I didn't see whether they said crease or whether it just didn't go in. Oshawa's had some close calls. Penalty coming to Oshawa. Thompson surveying. Woods goes to the crease, and McNulty gets away from him. Ball's still loose. There's only 3 on the shot clock, so either way, play's going to be blown down soon. So it's an unsportsmanlike to Jake Gilmore. And we have ourselves the officials' timeout as we have hit the 7:28 point remaining in the fourth quarter. I'm Steven Stamp. This is Arenalacrosseleague action from Children's Arena. And we'll be back with the stretch run right after this quick break. All right, we're rolling again. Cam Milligan will start with the ball at the top as Peterborough goes strong right, their usual formation. Milligan, Woods, and them are on the right side. McNulty and Thompson, they try to hit Thompson on the back door. Milligan gets the rebound. It's a fresh 20, McNulty feeds one down. That one's blocked by Ryan Nolan. He's not enjoying it, but he did get lots of kudos from his teammates. He and McPherson are the low men. McDonald and Webb up high. McPherson gets a nice outlet pass to Webb. Like that play by McPherson to really keep his focus. Webb tried to feed it. That's going to be a goal for Terry. Jackson Hayner has another misadventure on the top of his crease. Short-handed marker for the Outlaws, and they're within 5 at 20-15. 6:52 to go. It's a goal every minute and a bit, minute 20 or so. Which doesn't seem at all unreasonable in a game where we've seen 35 goals scored. Another chance. A penalty coming. I don't think there's a goal, and they're going after the player who ran into the goal. I think, was that Haig? Yeah, he's going to get another penalty. That's his second time running over the goalie. Hayner still sitting on the turf, helmet off, gloves off. He's looking shaken up. Trainer will come out. The backup is Gavin Williamson, the only goalie we haven't seen on the floor yet today. He thinks Hayner's going to be okay as he's got his uppers still off and his helmet off. He's not getting his gear on. Some fans to our left on the Oshawa side. I feel that may have been a little bit embellished by Peterborough. Now Zimmel and Haig are going to the box. I don't.
What a clinic!
So Gilmore's still in there for his unsportsmanlike. I thought there was an initial penalty on the run of the goalie, and I thought it was Haig. So Haig's coming back out. He may have just accumulated too many minutes. Or too many penalties. So he is heading off. I was going to say to join his brother in the change room, but his brother Ryan is actually along the boards at the end of the bench. He's had plenty of time to have a shower and get back out. Now Gareth is going. Somebody's got to go serve his penalty. They're going to start running out of legs on that bench because with both Haig brothers gone, somebody's got to go serve this. So Zimmel and Haig both got 10-minute misconducts. There's actually, Peterborough got the penalty. And neither of them cross-checked. So Haig was not penalized. Okay, so they're going to say it's just, and that's too many on the floor for somebody. I don't know. Sorry, I can't keep track anymore. So Gasparetti, I believe, is in the box. Yeah, Joey Gasparetti is in the penalty box for Peterborough. Jake Gilmore's still in there. And they're not worrying about having somebody serve the 10s. They just said everybody, or Zimmel and Haig, get out. Okay. So Peterborough on the power play. Milligan bounces one far side. Lovely little sweep shot. Cam Milligan with the power play mark, just 11 seconds into that penalty. And it's 21-15. And Ryan McMichael is saying you can't start play with the wrong number of players on the floor, which is absolutely correct. Did they start with the wrong number? Regan Martinell, quite a battle. The ball's actually out. I don't think Morgan or Martinell realized the ball had squeaked out, or it squeezed out, just kind of popped into the open space. Zach Terry comes away with it. Schultzke on him. You see him thinking about giving him a big whack. He's letting know he's going with Terry as Martinell will hand it off to John St. John. 30 seconds left on the Gilmore penalty. It's going to be a fresh 20 as St. John picks that one up. Schultzke on him. Nice job as St. John was trying to bowl his way to the net, and Schultzke just stood him up. Pass across to Gilray. Pick coming from Dakota Brown. Gilray's just kind of trying to direct traffic. That one gets over to St. John. That's off a stick. It goes onto the far side, and Parker Sands scoops that one up. The Oshawa penalty ends, and Parker Sands scores in transition. So that's technically a shorthanded goal because the penalty had expired about a second earlier. I'll make it 22-15. Morgan and McPherson for this face-off with 5:25 to go. .39 still to go in the Peterborough penalty. Ben McDonald gets possession. McPherson reach for a quarter, gets it. St. John down to Gilmore. He has to come back. Pretty good pickup there by Kane Brown. Behind the net, Gilmore spins. 8 on the shot clock. Schultzke all over him. Oh my, that's going to be a penalty as Schultzke collapsed. Getting that pick low on the back. And an unsportsmanlike. And that's it, McDonald's gone. So it looks like it'll be 2-10 in a game for Ben McDonald. It's cross check, unsportsmanlike, and a 10. So not a game, but they're just sending guys who get 10 now. I think the potential for overtime is fairly slim at this point, with Peterborough leading 22-15. 4:57 to go. So double minor on the board there. And Luke Maloney will go serve that one. Boy, Luke Maloney's spending a ton of time in the penalty box, the in-home for Oshawa. We're 4-on-4 for another 3 seconds. And then Austin Lamera is going to join the right side for Peterborough. That's him heading down to the goal line. Gets the pass. Back up to Woods. Up to Milligan. Thompson likes that shot, but Cole George gets his foot in the way. Didn't touch the ceiling, so it's just a fresh 20. I mean, it would have been anyway. Milligan trying to replicate his last goal. Great hustle by Zach Thompson to get back and take away a replay chance. And then that's delay a game. Zach Thompson kind of shrugs his shoulders. You just can't stop a guy from picking the ball up. I mean, the play couldn't have started. I guess technically because play couldn't have started right there because you don't blow play in right in front of the crease. Big pick there from Zach Terry. He wants the ball now. St. John hanging on to it for the moment. 4 left. He'll shoot one. Saved by Hayner. Terry's going to go get it himself. Thinking about the diving attempt, but Begley says not a chance. Oh, he does get a diving attempt. He scores! Zach Terry, what an effort. Man, does he love to score. What a great piece of work by Zach Terry to get that one. Short-handed marker for Terry. It's 22-16. 48 seconds left in the first half of the McDonald double minor. People are yelling too many, but again, the refs have to start with the right number of players on the floor. So. Power play for Peterborough. Same group. McNulty takes it, hits to the cutter. What a stop, and then a bit of a break as the ball almost spun back in while Cole George was trying to find it. Milligan to Thompson. So they got the fresh 20 down to a dozen now. That 20 counts down pretty quick. It's getting later in the shot clock way faster when you have that 20 instead of the 30. That could be another fresh 30, but that's going to be Rob Clofer just flipping Lamera to the floor. Ball's turned over. Zach Thompson was pointing up the floor. He wanted somebody to come off the bench so he could hit him with a long pass, but there was nobody there for the change yet. So let's go back to the power play. 1:44 left on the second half of the minor. Double minor. 2:35 on the game clock now. That one's picked off. Nice job there. And Jeff Geddes just taking off. Scores! Jeff Geddes. That's a beauty. The pickoff with the active stick in the lane. Sprints the floor and rips it just inside the post. 22-17, another shorthanded goal for the Outlaws. 2:28 to go, a 5-goal lead. You got to figure Peterborough's going to hang on and win this. Most likely, you never know the way things are going here. They're going to like their scoring, like their offense. They're going to like their transition offensively. But boy, they are not going to love the number of shorthanded goals they've given up. Nick Webb hits a cutting St. John who tucks underneath Schultz. He shoots, saved. The penalty coming. It's a slash. Riley Morgan is going to the box. So that will wipe out the Peterborough power play. We go back to 4-on-4. Peterborough scored a ton in 4-on-4. Oshawa's got some. Wait. Oh, they've pulled the goalie. Okay, that makes sense. Got to check again. Cole George is on the bench. 5 attackers out. That one's tipped. Nice job there by Allen. St. John. Cross to Gilray. Low to high, scores. That looked like it went right through Jackson Hayner. The 4-on-4 goal makes it 22-18, and don't go anywhere yet. I didn't say Peterborough will win this game. I said it would appear likely with the lead they had, but man, Oshawa is battling back. Gasparetti have to take this draw with Morgan in the penalty box, so it's Gasparetti and McPherson, and Gasparetti, oh, I thought he went early, but that was the whistle for the face-off. McPherson gets it. Just gets that pass through. Braden Smith getting an offensive shift. Doesn't play a ton, but he had a goal earlier in the game. Looked pretty good when he's up front. Gets this pass. He's got a lane. Shoots, stopped by Hayner, but he's going right after the loose ball. It's going to be a push in the back. Good call. It wasn't any huge, intentional, egregious play, but definitely got on the back there. And Peterborough will come forward. Schultzke with Geddes coming to pressure him. 1:28 to go. 28 now in the Oshawa penalty. Then they'll go to the power play. Big pick from Woods. Was covered well on the roll, and here comes Geddes. They don't have time to wait to get to the power play, so Geddes will just rip one. That one's well wide on the far side. St. John picks it up, though. 1 minute to go. It's a 4-goal game, and Oshawa goes to the power play as St. John rips that one. Maloney steps into the bench. They're going to send Webb out to the defensive end because it looked like possession would be turned over. And it is. Nate Allen on the run. He's got Clint Lewis with him. Webb comes out to pressure, and that pass is thrown away by Lewis. Nolan hits the cutter. Big hit. What a play by Cole Begley to flatten Braden Smith. Oshawa trying to press, trying to get the ball back. Good effort there by Ryan Nolan. There's a shot on the run from Howie Francis. 18 seconds left. There's a penalty coming. It's going to be Clint Lewis getting one as he cross-checked Clofer while the pass was coming. That one might be a major. We'll see. Yeah, there. Yeah, it looks like the officials are getting together for a talk, and that usually means they're discussing is it 2 or 5. Blindside hit. Just 8.2 seconds to go. It should be. Oshawa does have the goalie pulled. So they're going to go 6-on-4. At this point, I will say Peterborough's going to win. I've seen some amazing comebacks, but you're not coming back. You're not getting 4 goals in 8.2 seconds. I don't think it's physically possible. But Oshawa would love to get one more, and they'll start with possession. John St. John will have it. Terry, an absolute rocket. It's wide. And Nate Schultzke might just get a chance. No, He's just going to hold on to it. And the final score will be Peterborough Timbermen 22, Oshawa Outlaws 18. The Timbermen go to 3-0 on the season. They will stay in first place for at least one more week. We're sure of that because nobody else has 2 wins coming in to this weekend. Oshawa drops to 1-2. And we've got some more action coming up probably pretty soon because this has been a very long game. 5 o'clock game is Whippy and Brampton. We'll see you for that one. I'm Stephen Stamp. This is Arena Lacrosse League action at Children's Arena in Oshawa.